Thought this question about Gio's purees was actually relevant to both babies and then also adults as well when it comes to the two different types of fats that exist, which are saturated and unsaturated fats. And there's a lot of confusing information out there right now because everybody is all scared of seed oils when we shouldn't be scared of seed oils at all. But seed oils fall under that unsaturated fat category, and saturated fats are what's more so being pushed by like social media and the media. So let's talk about the differences between the two. There's two different types of fats. We have saturated fats and we have unsaturated fats. Saturated fats are going to be solid at room temperature, so things like butter or coconut oil. And then unsaturated fats are going to be liquid at room temperature, so you think of things like olive oil or canola oil. Think about foods that fall into each of these categories. On the saturated fat side of things, we have things like higher fat meats, so like your 80-20 or a ribeye that has a lot of marbling. We have things like whole milk dairy is going to have more saturated fat in it. Typically, more animal-based products are going to contain more of that saturated fat. Obviously, you can buy lean or skim versions of those things, which are going to decrease the saturated fat, but oftentimes that also increases the sugar in order to make up for like the mouthfeel and the taste of the product that might come from that natural fat. And then we have the unsaturated fat category where we have things like avocados, nuts, seeds, oils, salmon, all of those different types of things fit into that side of the coin. We want to incorporate more of those unsaturated fats into our diet because the unsaturated fats are heart promoting, meaning that we have two different types of cholesterol. We have LDL and we have HDL. The more of those healthier fats that we consume, or more of those fats that are unsaturated, are going to increase our HDL, which is heart protective, and potentially decrease our LDL, which is the one that could potentially cause cardiovascular disease or heart problems down the line. Eating too much saturated fat can be linked to an increase in our LDL cholesterol, which, like I said, could potentially cause cardiovascular problems. It's also really important for babies because all of the saturated fat that they need is going to come from either breast milk or formula, depending on which one they are drinking for their primary milk source. So when it comes to adding in more fats when you're introducing solids for your baby, you want to introduce more of those unsaturated fats. So like, for example, I add olive oil to a lot of Gio's purees, or I do mashed avocado at a lot of his dinners in order to get him more unsaturated fats. You can still 100% eat saturated fats and incorporate those into your diet. You just want to make sure that you're also incorporating more of those unsaturated fats.